The first television broadcast was in 1936. Then we waited 28 years for another channel, BBC Two. Now you can get 8 BBC channels. Headlines every 15 minutes on News 24.
Comedy has moved on too, with a new series of Shooting Stars exclusively on BBC Choice.
And children's channels are taking a step forward with 2 new channels, CBBC and CBeebies.
Let's play!
Not on your Nelly. I like a bit of culture on BBC 4.
And there'll be more interactive services.
Like the FA Cup on BBC.
You can already get these new BBC channels with others on cable and satellite. But now you can also get them on Freeview, a new package of 30 channels.
You can get Freeview by plugging an adapter into your TV. It costs around £99, one-off payment, no contract.
Television, it's evolving.
For your free guide, call 08700 10 10 10. Millions of people in Britain believe homeopathy to be a powerful alternative medicine, yet the scientific community has repeatedly stated that homeopathy cannot work.
I mean, it's preposterous.
Horizon joins the debate and takes on an extraordinary challenge.
Prove that it works, and win $1 million.
Homeopathy, the test. Tuesday at 9 on BBC Two.
An historical epic tells the tale of corruption and rebellion now on BBC Two. Alec Guinness and Sophia Loren lead an all-star cast in the fall of the Roman Empire.
BBC Two kicks off an outstanding short series of profiles on some of the 20th century's most enduring icons. Living Famously starts at 3:30 on Monday with the Hellraiser Oliver Reed.
Winston Churchill is currently the greatest Briton of all time. Will it all change this Sunday night? Well, only your votes decide. You can vote online or by phone on 090 11 22 1066. Calls cost 25 pence. And you can vote even if you voted before. Anne Robinson and I will be joining the presenters who champion the top 10 live in the studio as they battle it out to find the greatest Briton. This Sunday at 9 o'clock on BBC Two. Who will be named greatest of them all? You decide.
Every picture tells a story. This is BBC Two.
This week, Guardian photographer Eamon McCabe presents a review of the year in pictures.
Hello, this year we're asking you to vote for your favourite news picture. I've chosen 8 images which you can find on our website at bbc.co.uk/what the papers say. Vote for your favourite and we'll announce the winner at our awards show on December the 21st. Alternatively, you can call 09011 900 770 and register your vote. But we'll do more details at the end of the programme. As I often remind my writer friends, a picture speaks 1,000 words. One this week has spoken millions.
The devil. At last, Myra is where she belongs. Hell.
Yes, that picture of Hindley. She died a 60-year-old woman, but to the British papers she'll always be 24.
Myra Medusa, Medusa Myra. No matter what she looked like after she was sentenced to life imprisonment in 1966, Myra Hindley was fixed forever in the public eye as the peroxide-haired gorgon of that infamous police snapshot.
Such a strong image is overwhelming. Only a few people dare to look beyond it.
Lord Longford once told the Sunday Telegraph,
"She was totally unlike that picture of her with blonde hair and staring eyes that appears in all the papers. She was a quiet, dark woman. I took to her at once."
But very few people on Fleet Street ever did. It's not been a great year for press photography. Many of the big stories have been shorter pictures, forcing editors to trawl through the libraries or depend on pictures that haven't come from their own photographers. Some of the most striking have come from the most unlikely sources.
The baby suicide bomber. Has it come to this? This horrifying photo of a Palestinian baby dressed as a suicide bomber was released by Israel yesterday.
An amazing image. Too good to be true, surely. But the anniversary of 9/11 was all too real.
The world stood still, bowing its head in silent prayer yesterday for those killed. Only the sounds of weeping relatives could be heard above a gusting wind.
And the clicks of 100 shutters. The Sun and the Mirror both used the same picture of a lone policeman taken by Mike Seeger from Reuters. It was a standout shot and my first selection for Picture of the Year. But where the Sun used it full page, the new globally aware Mirror coupled it with another shot.
Mourn 9/11 and all its victims. New York. A policeman pays tribute at Ground Zero yesterday. Kabul. A boy mourns a victim of last week's car bomb.
You can always rely on the Star for an interesting take on world affairs. What was the lead story in September 12? Obvious, you think.
I want sex, now!
What Barrymore said on Tragic Night.
You have to delve inside, into pages 8 and 9 for the story everyone else led on.
Tears and pain.
Big Brother's fireman Johnny Regan pays his tribute.
The fallout from September 11 dominated this year's news. Most of the stories were illustrated with the same familiar faces. Bush, Blair and assorted evil emperors. But on October 12, a new wave of shocking pictures was about to hit the newsstands.
Terror's bloody return. More than 187 killed and 300 hurt in Bali blast.
For me, the strongest picture was on the front page of the Mail by Roberto Maldonado.
On the Paradise Island of Bali, a couple flee a car bomb which killed almost 200, including up to 30 Britons.
The picture drives home the contrast between the paradise image of the island and the enormity of the carnage. It's my second selection. As we've seen with the Hindley, the strongest images aren't always taken by press photographers. The horror of the murders of Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman was best summed up by a family photo.
Two little girls pose in Manchester United tops for a picture taken only hours before they disappeared. A reminder of a carefree summer's day, and one to stick in the family album and smile over in years to come.
Or not. This is a remarkable crime in an unremarkable English village. Of the press pictures, Dan Chung's conveys the incongruity of such horror in such an apparently safe setting.
Reward. A Soham retailer's window is adorned with newspapers' offers.
The presence of David Beckham's red United shirt in a murder investigation shows how pervasive his image has become. His boots, or rather his lack of them, were a more familiar sight at the start of the year than even his number 7 shirt.
Beckers, pray. Lay your hands on David's foot at noon and make it better.
Thanks to the Sun's army of Eileen Drury's, our David was eventually able to make it to the ball. Those evil Arges probably wished he hadn't.
Argentina tragedy. Don't forget to pack your handbags, dears.
Ah, the beauty of digital manipulation. For me, the strongest image of the World Cup, but it only really works in a newspaper context. But if you like your pictures pure and unadulterated, then this one summed up England's World Cup.
Anyone for tennis?
Poor old David Seaman. Despite the waterworks, there were some bright patches.
Splash, banger, wallop. The Commonwealth Games ended with a spectacular fireworks display last night, and everyone deserved a medal as the rain hammered down.
Or, as the most tired local newspaper reporter would tell you, rain failed to dampen spirits. This picture from Richard Lane of Sportsbeat worked so well. In the case of the royal family, when it rains, it pours. They lost Princess Margaret, the Queen Mum, and when the Burrell trial collapsed, a fair bit of their dignity as well. It's not easy to find humour at a funeral, but in the case of the Queen Mum, AP's Alistair Grant spotted some.
There was humour amid the tears yesterday as admirers celebrated the life of the Queen Mother. One group left a bottle of beef-eater gin, a favourite tipple of the much-loved royal outside Clarence House.
What with all the funerals, the trial, the acres of bad press and the excitement of the Jubilee, it all got a bit much for the lady Private Eye calls Brenda.
Her tears. The Queen weeps for real heroes, and perhaps over the new scandal engulfing her family.
Lots of people had this, but Jeremy Selwyn's version shown here in full frame is another of my selections. It worked best in the Mail.
She bit her lip and blinked, striving to keep her private emotions in public check. Then the tears came.
It's not been a great year for the paparazzi either. Maybe it's because they've started working with the enemy.
World exclusive pictures.
Robbie and Rachel's naked sex romp.
Isn't romp a lovely word? The Daily Mail smelled a rat as it usually does when it's scooped. Surely Rob and Rach would sue.
Some reports claim this week that the pair allowed a photographer to snap away, in the full knowledge that the pictures would be sold for a king's ransom around the globe.
Surely they don't need the cash, so why?
An addiction to fame, combined with a keen sense of humour and a passion for showing off, could explain Robbie's participation.
Oh, the rogue. And on the subject of rogues...
Mad Bad Dad.
Jacko risks his baby son's life by dangling him from 60-foot hotel balcony.
A case of a Reuters cameraman being in the right place at the right time. But most of this year's big celebrity stories were decidedly picture light, sending editors scurrying into the library. The Sun found these.
It was wonderful. Nobody in that room knew we'd spent the night together.
These are the pictures of Ulrika Johnson and Sven-Göran Eriksson at a charity breakfast together, just hours after they had secretly had sex.
As opposed to what? Publicly?
The exclusive snaps, the only ones of the lovers together, were taken last March at the height of their 4-month fling.
But the award for picture research has to go to the Katz Agency for this Richard Baker cracker of John Major and his lady friends. You just couldn't make it up. Now here's a reminder of the 8 candidates for Picture of the Year.
September 11 from Mike Segar of Reuters.
Roberto Maldonado's Bali picture in the Daily Mail.
Dan Chung's Soham newsagents.
The Mirror's Argentinian handbags.
Richard Lane's picture at the Commonwealth Games.
Alistair Grant's Queen Mum funeral shot.
Jeremy Selwyn's picture of the Queen's tears in the Daily Mail.
And John and the Ladies by Richard Baker of the Katz Agency.
Visit the website at bbc.co.uk/what the papers say to vote, or call 09011 900 770. Calls cost no more than 10p, and we'll announce the winner during the awards show on December the 21st. Goodbye.
Now, remember the golden rule of decoration is preparation. Just start with a piece of rough sandpaper and working with the grain, keep going till it becomes smooth. Then do the same with a finer paper.
And what then?
Oh, well then, I like to give it a bit of a going over with the sander, you know, just so it gets that extra special.
If your usual source of information lets you down, use the next best thing. bbc.co.uk from BBCI. Know-how.
Oh, grand. Is that you home, son?
Did you have yourself a grand day, Stuart?
You put the kettle on, son. A cup of tea would be grand.
What a grand idea, John.
If your kids are away at college and they want to watch their own TV, they need to have a TV licence. If they're caught without one, they could face a fine of up to £1,000. And if they do get a fine, who'll end up paying for it?
That'll need clearing up.
Make sure you do a grand job.
Phone 0845 602 7777 to buy a TV licence now.
Dan Cruikshank delves into the fascinating and sometimes murky history of Windsor Castle, Britain's best buildings, in an hour here on BBC Two.